Hi, my name is Charmaine Vega, also known as Mama Vega. Today's virtual nutrition education information is on hummus as brain food. Garbanzo beans are generally the beans that are used in order to make hummus. However, you can use any beans that you'd like to. Today I will be discussing specifically the nutritional information about garbanzo beans being used. Garbanzo beans have magnesium. They're used where you can relax your blood vessels. They reduce constipation because they also have a lot of fiber in them. And that also means it would help you with your weight loss. However, a lot of people will think, well, if I eat the garbanzo beans, it's going to cause a lot of gas. Well, the gas that's caused from the beans in general, not just garbanzo beans, but any beans, is due to fermentation process that takes place in your stomach, and that produces the gas. However, in the cooking process, there's ways that you can eliminate the gas, and I do go over that in another cooking class where I actually make the hummus, and I show you exactly how you can cook that and get rid of the starches that's in it. But for today, what I'm going to talk about are the overall nutritional components of each ingredient that's contained in the actual hummus itself. And remember that beans in general can also help to reduce the bad cholesterol as well. Sesame seeds are generally used to give the hummus the taste that everyone craves. That particular taste comes from sesame seeds, and when it's mixed with water or oil, depending on how it's made, it's called tahini paste. And tahini paste is made from the sesame seeds, which is also good for your brain. That's another brain food because of the seeds in there. They can reduce high blood pressure. It has vitamin E, helps with arthritis. And it also has some black seeds that are, a lot of people will think, oh, sesame seeds are, just the white ones, but they do have them in black. And the black ones actually have a lot of iron in them. And here in this picture, you can see that that's a combination of both the black and the white seeds together. The seeds in general, whether they're black or white, they have a substance that helps with the secretion of like a neurotransmitter that is like a dopamine, which helps your mood, your emotions, your mental well-being, and that goes to show you how it's having an impact on your overall health. So it's very good for you. I like that picture. They're so pretty. Okay, the next ingredient I want to talk about is going to be garlic. Garlic is native to Siberia and it dates back to over 5,000 years ago. So you can see how long garlic has actually been used in foods. It's also been used for medicinal purposes. It's considered, to build up your immune system. It reduces the cold and flu. But one of the things I talked about is garlic being used as a prebiotic. And a prebiotic in your stomach helps the good flora or the good enzymes grow in your stomach in order to digest the rest of the food. It's kind of like the fertilizer for your stomach. And it's going to help everything improve, your brain function, your blood flow. It just does so many things for you. I mean, the list is very long. I only have a short list here that's giving you just some of the main ones, just for you to get an overall view. But by all means, do go ahead and do some more research on how beneficial garlic is to your system. The other prebiotic that I would like to talk about are onions. Onions help to reduce pain. It too also will boost your immune system, lowers cholesterol. It's considered an antioxidant. But another little tricky thing that many people may not know is it can also act as an antihistamine for, asthma. However, I'm also going to give a disclaimer here, and I'm going to say if that's something that you want to use, you have to look up specifically how you can use it for all these other purposes, but check with your doctor or medical professional before you would venture on to do something of that nature. But it is known, that is something that it is known to do, but I'm not going to say that it does or it doesn't do it. I'm just going to tell you for your own health benefits for you to research that for yourself. Another ingredient, and you'll usually see this sprinkled on top, that's going to be the sunflower seeds. And when you see the sunflower seeds, they're very pretty. They look all yellow and all that kind of stuff. They really glow. But what you don't know is it's also good for your skin. It helps your skin to glow and it's very beneficial to you. It has vitamin B5. It maintains your brain function again, because that's what all these ingredients I'm going to talk about within the hummus. I'm going to show you how beneficial the hummus as a whole is, but how each one ingredient is what we will call synergistically combined, so that independently they will help your brain, but when you combine them, they just boost your brain even more. They also help to control the cholesterol levels, and it's an anti-cancer preventative. And look at how pretty that sunflower looks. And what happens is when the sunflower blossoms, what you do is you take all of the outer part off, that little covering, that yellow part, you just kind of pull all of that off, and then it's going to reveal underneath your actual seeds. So those little black dots you see, those are the seeds that's underneath that beautiful yellow. So you can see that it is good for you, and it also helps to aid in your sleep as well. Next ingredient I'll talk about is paprika. And that sometimes you'll see the red stuff that's sprinkled on top. It's either paprika or it's sumac, or it can be a chili depending on what people want to do, but that's what gives it that little red color. And all of those ingredients that have that little redness to them, they have vitamin C. They strengthen your memory. Again, this is another ingredient that's within the hummus that's helping to boost your memory. It also will help with your sleep cycle, just like the one we just talked about. It improves your hormones. So this one also helps to improve your hormone balance as well. So it's good for some additional items that it can help your health with. Now we're going to look at crushed chili pepper seeds. I happen to like to add crushed chili pepper seeds to mine because it gives it that little extra flavor, that little oomph that sometimes you're looking for, so that it's not such a bland, flat type of flavoring, but it will have some type of note to it. And these seeds, when you buy them in the store or you do them yourself, it's really a combination of a lot of chili peppers, which is why sometimes you'll taste it and you'll say, oh, this is really hot, or this is not as hot. The reason for that is because it's coming from various peppers. It's not always the same pepper, but a lot of different ones. And if you get natural peppers, depending on the pepper, you can have one pepper from the same vine and it's going to be super hot, and then another one it's not hot at all. So the heat level is going to be dependent on that. So anytime you use this, you want to make sure you take note of how much you're using, and you taste a little bit as you're going. Lemons, that's something else that you add to it. The lemons have vitamin C, and what that's going to do is that's going to stimulate your brain, can also help with Alzheimer's. It also helps with antioxidants. It removes free radicals. So you can see the benefit of this. And, you know, we always hear about taking lemons and adding it to your water in order to give you some, to balance your pH. And it enhances everything. And you can see here that it actually does do that. But the other thing that it does, it has potassium and magnesium in it. So it also will help to relax your blood vessels, which is very important in order to have the brain get all the oxygen and blood that it needs flowing. Now we have some olive oil. Olive oil, we all know, they always talk about it's good for your brain because it has the omega-3s, especially you should get the EVOO, which is synonymous with extra virgin olive oil. And that means how it's been pressed, and so it's going to be more beneficial to you. and it also has monounsaturated fats. However, one of the things you don't hear a lot about is that it should be refrigerated just like all the seeds and oils that I mentioned before, or any seeds or any oils. And all oils should be refrigerated, not just olive oil. But the reason is because sunlight is actually going to make it decompose faster, and therefore it will go rancid and will not be beneficial to you. Rancid means it's an oil that's now rotten, basically. So you don't want to eat something that's rotten, and you want to keep it preserved as long as you can. But in order to also do that, in addition to refrigerating, you would also want to make sure you put it in a dark glass bottle, a ceramic bottle or a dish, and that's why sometimes you'll see olive oil that's in glass carafes type things, but they're ceramic on the outside with pretty little designs going over them. The reason you do that is because you're trying to protect it from the sunlight, but you should also keep it in the refrigerator because that preserves it even a little bit longer than just keeping it out where the sunlight is going to get it. So if you're buying it in the store and you see that you're getting it in a clear bottle, that's not going to be as healthy for you if you get one in a dark colored bottle. And if you can get it in a tin can, that's even better. And if you look at those that are coming from Europe, most of the time they're in a dark bottle or they're in a tin can. And that's the reason they're preserving it that way. And look at this. See, so right here, when you're using it, after you finish using it, you want to now take that and put it in a bottle that is called opaque. You want to put it in an opaque bottle so that you can't have any sunlight reaching inside the bottle. And now I want to thank you so much for joining me. We look forward to seeing you virtually again next week and at one of our resource centers as soon as we can. Until then, stay active, healthy, and informed. I have a disclaimer because I'm giving you some nutritional information that some people may want to use, so I want to make sure that I give this information to you. And that is all information, content, and material of this video is for informational purposes only and are not intended to serve as a substitute for the consultation, diagnosis, and/or medical treatment of a qualified physician or healthcare provider. The information contained on this video is compiled from a variety of sources and is not considered complete information, and the information is subject to change without notice. If you have a medical emergency, call 911 immediately. I also want to let you know that all video, all still pictures, and all content is royalty-free and 100% owned by Mama Vega and Mama Vega Enterprises. And once again, I would like to thank you for watching.